What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to EU4 with the War of the Spanish Succession scenario AI only battle. I think this might be one of the final episodes. I'm not sure exactly how quick the game's going. We weren't on speed 5 last episode because we had that giant war which saw the United States and Canada get their independence. Not quite the powerhouses, especially the United States, are in real life, but they are free. I don't really... they're not going to do that much. They're not going to be able to grow or anything until, some of the French ones or Spain was to get their independence, which obviously in this timeline, sadly not something I would expect to happen. But we'll see if any crazy results get thrown up or any cool, interesting things happen in these final 11 years of the game. We'll see. England has restored their place as 8th as that peace deal came through. I wasn't expecting that, but there you go. Yeah, I don't know how... Oh, they embraced the institution. I thought they may have already done that, but maybe not. Most of them now have. Qing has done it and is actually still behind the Mughals. Oh, no, sorry. They've just overtaken the Mughals. Never mind, sorry. But yeah, once the Mughals get that, they will move back above them. Although it is definitely the closest. There's 8 points sort of in it when they've both fully embraced that. And I would guess that if Qing has embraced it, big border with the Mughals, that's probably going to spread over here a little bit quicker. Although they might be waiting for the Ottomans too, who have not got it yet, and Russia hasn't got that, or the previous one. I don't know what's going on there. Russia tends to have a lot of money problems in EU4. In my last game, I noticed that, so maybe they're just... I don't know if they might have a big debt. Wow, we're just down to one war. The Sakalava versus Imarina. I have no idea where that is, to be honest. But yeah, in terms of... Where is this? Total? No, not income. Is there one that just shows me charts? No, that's not very useful. Loans, no. Trade nodes, no. These are mostly for whoever you're playing as. Obviously not too important for us. I think it's just part of the main one, isn't it? Country. Is there one for ducats? It's not showing me in this. Why not? That's weird. I think it's because I'm not... I think it's because I'm in spectator mode, not observer mode. They are different. Would you believe? Yeah, there we go. Not sure why, but if you load the game straight away, it says spectator. If you go to the menu and then open it properly, you have to put in observer, or it spawns you as Sweden. That nice bit of bias. Russia does have 322 gold or ducats in the treasury, but I don't know if that's heavily loaned. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe they can't afford to embrace it, something like that. You never know. It's just too many factors, I guess. The Ottomans struggling with some rebels again. Who are these? Ottoman particularists, Armenian separatists, particularists. Yeah, mostly particularists. I have no idea what they do, but something. The Ottomans actually now have elections, so they actually had a revolution in the middle of it all. They're not revolutionary Ottomans, but they did actually have a revolution when those revolutionaries were doing well. As such, we didn't get a revolutionary France. They do have a emperor who does not currently have an heir, so that could be interesting. They're allied with the Ottomans, the US, and Brunswick. A very unique trio. Spain has currently got Genoa, Russia, and the 3 leagues. England has Austria, Kilwa, and Qing. Austria has England, Brazil, Cologne, the Papal State, Tuscany, Lucca, Netherlands, and Russia. The Commonwealth is still a junior partner of Russia, but they are supported by Qing and have 100% independence. That might be the final big war, and obviously depending if Russia has their allies joined, yeah, that could be a big one to wrap this one up. Let's see, is anything broken out? Have we finally got a period of peace? No, that didn't last. Ooh. Okay, that is a huge war between Qing and the Mughals. We'll look at that in a second, because I assume it's going to be going on for longer. But yeah, Canada and America not taking too long to assert themselves, going after the Abenaki. Canada actually declared it, weirdly enough, when they don't even border them. But yeah, I'm sure the United States will benefit heavily from this. And yeah, I don't know, we might even see them completely take out. I'm surprised they've lasted this long. 99%, so they get a 100 war score. We could see the US. Oh, I guess Canada's here, but no, they still don't border them. Like by a sea thing or anything, so no. I don't know, the Comanche and the Blackfoot continue to heroically survive. I have no idea how at this point, because I'm pretty sure Pacifico Norte had 100% against them, so that's beyond me. But there we go, I'm right. Another huge war in that fight for second place in this game. I think Spain's done enough to win at this point. This is massive. The Mughals versus Qing. Right, let's see. Will this break again? Tag Qing. That didn't work. Tag Mughals. That one worked. That works. I just want to see the numbers in this one. Okay, so 113k v 142, 34 v 2000. Overall, so they have a 5,000 artillery advantage, but 32,000 goes the other way, so that's 27. And then they have about, it is fairly equal, just in across different types of troops. So I'm not sure exactly who's going to win this. It will be quite interesting to see, and obviously very important. I mean, neither of them's just not going to be a great power anymore overnight. But yeah, so far it is going in the favour of the Mughals. Qing with -3. But that might just been down to preparedness or other things. It doesn't necessarily guarantee it's not going to go their way. And it does buy Russia some time. If Qing is very busy, this is probably going to deplete a lot of manpower for both of them. But yeah, this is obviously a big fight. I mean, 1 province or 2 provinces at this point will be enough. The Mughals need it more, just on the fact they might not embrace the institution of industrialization before the end of the game. And the Ottomans, in fact, just did embrace it. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of... It should get to the Mughals if the 2 around them have it. There you go. That pushes the Ottomans into 3rd place. They're nowhere near Qing. You know, that they need to just... I don't know if they could have... If they annex their vassals, maybe. I probably need more than that to get into 2nd. Yeah, Spain is still about 140, 50 points ahead now in 1st. Russia could still come up, but they wouldn't get past the Ottomans. But yeah, obviously if Russia even embraced Enlightenment, that might put them near to France. That's a bit of a battle for 5th and 6th. And yeah, England and Austria sort of very far away from everyone else. So not particularly important. Okay, the US has turned this around. It was a slow start. Oh, it's over. What have you done? That is just gross borders. But there you go. The US does grow a little bit. Canada did not grow, despite that being their war. Don't know why they declared... Canada, I don't think they're that strong. I think a lot of this is probably wasteland. I don't know exactly which bits, but quite a bit of it is. See, I don't think Canada's particularly a superpower yet. About 10,000 men compared to America, who has around 50,000. But there you go. Pretty successful war for the US. The Grand Republic. They're having their first election in a few months to replace the initial president, Ernest Warwick, who was, of course, the president from previous times. They've got some very posh English-sounding advisors. Edward Braddock, Alexander Uxbridge, that is incredibly posh. Thomas Drake, I guess that's not so, but I don't know. There's an explorer called Drake, isn't there? Francis Drake. So maybe, I don't know if that's any relation, or just that's where the name might have come from. Right, Mughals v Qing, how is it looking? So far it's sort of in the border in this region. Qing with a lot of troops here. The Mughals a little bit further back. I don't know, maybe trying to spread out, hedge their bets. Persia has declared a war, I guess the one time they feel safe to do so. English Louisiana is now attacking Blackfoot. Surely this is the end for Blackfoot. Persia, by the way, just against Oman. I think some of their allies again in East Africa, but yeah, mostly just Oman. We'll see how this pans out, but yeah, English Louisiana, surely this will be the end for Blackfoot. They actually did finally take over the Comanche during this war. I'm guessing that happened. That's already happened now. Revolutionary Sweden has... Oh, they integrated Denmark. Okay, that happened at some point. Is that still not enough to put them above England anymore? That's pretty rough. To be fair, oh, it's Revolutionary Scandinavia now. It's changed. They've got another new flag. They're really going through them. But there we go. They've changed again to Revolutionary Scandinavia. But yeah, they're not on the list at the moment, but the integration of Denmark does help. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I wonder if maybe they haven't embraced the institution, and if they do, maybe that'll push them above England. That's maybe a guess, but I feel like they probably would have embraced it, just because everyone else in Europe seems to have done. Mughals, 4th place still. It's so close. They cannot afford to give away 1 province in this war, and sadly, looks like Qing's making some headway. The war score is still going in the Mughals' favour of 8, but that might be a bit of ticking war score as well, by just preventing them from conquering the war goal, which is always fair enough. Can happen. I don't know exactly what the war goal is for. Is it an imperialist war? Is that just probably just get the capital? I have no idea where the Mughals' capital is, but somewhere. Yeah, they've got individually a +4, but Qing is making progress, but they seem to be keeping them out. Slowly scroll out. It's very didn't want me to look at that for too long, did it? Right. The United States has not stopped, and they are gonna... Ooh, this is interesting. They're gonna be fighting Florida, and this has changed everything. I thought Spain would have been up for defending the colonies. Spain's obviously not too keen at the moment. Yeah, I mean, the US is going to get a free shot here at Florida. Obviously, Florida's pretty big, so, I mean, they're definitely stronger, but Florida, yeah, I mean, I don't know, what percent does it take to own all... Oh, 58%. Okay, so in theory, that's not very much. In theory, the US might just take all of Florida here, in which case, all of a sudden, they would be certainly a bit scary. Obviously, then they'd run out of places to go, unless they went over the sea to Isla Juana, places like that, because, yeah, they're not going to attack, they're not going to backstab France, surely. But, yeah, this should be another win for the US, so I wasn't expecting it, but there you go. I'm very surprised that they're not helping. Spain could very easily just protect Florida. I don't know, they've not got their independence or anything crazy, so... Yeah, I don't really understand that one. Of course, Spain cannot afford to let any of them get their independence, particularly some of the bigger ones, because that would actually push them into a direct contest. You know, if they lost New Spain, they would drop down to about 5th here. So they'll need to be very careful. And New Spain's obviously the most likely to be successful, but they would be backed up by some others, of course. But yeah, I'm enjoying this from the US. Quite interesting as they... fight back, try and liberate some more colonies, I guess, essentially, integrating them into themselves. But yeah, they got away from England. They've already, well, I guess that wasn't so great, going after the natives. Not good, but, yeah, going after Florida, I mean, they're another colony. That's more acceptable. Did England remove? Yeah, Blackfoot is gone. So the Abenaki are the final North American natives remaining. In fact, I think they're the only natives remaining in the whole of the Americas, which is quite sad when you think about it. Very sad. Yeah, I don't think there's any in here, so this is just mostly staying the same. Africa's fared a lot better. There's a lot more natives here, although Portuguese Central Africa is huge now. Oh my goodness. Spanish South Africa is growing too, but none of these forming colonial nations. I don't know if that's just... Is that the way it is, or... I don't know. I don't know why that... I mean, it's just in Africa, it doesn't happen as often. Talking of independent nations, Australia just doing their own thing. They've not really interacted with anyone since they got fully independent and then kicked out Portugal completely. They just seem to be enjoying themselves here. Just... We'll see. Don't know, maybe they'll do something for us before the end. Who is this? Russia has managed to colonize a little bit of Papua New Guinea. England's here, Spain's here as well. Well, sure, Bhutan is here. Can't forget them. They're pretty big. The Spanish Moluccas are here. Qing has just left these guys here behind. They're just like, guys, are you coming back, please? But yeah, the Spain's still in control of them. It looks like there's been a peace deal here. Yep, it is over. Yeah, I don't know what exactly. Maybe this province. I don't know. Maybe some provinces changed. The development's the best way to know. The Mughals embraced the institution, and there's still an 8-point gap, so I think that must have been a stalemate. So, as we career towards the end, 5 years to go, Spain leads the way. Although they had a bit of a drop, they were at 2,200 at one point. Don't know how that happened. The Mughals in second, Qing in third, very close. They need 8 development to overtake, or 9. The Ottomans then a little bit of a drop off in fourth, then it's a huge drop of about 50% to France. Russia could join the Ottomans, that is the big one. Can they embrace the institutions? Austria and England fill out the list, and I would assume England, the fact they got back on there suggests they'll probably stay on there. I don't know, maybe not. And yeah, the United States did pretty much destroy Florida. One little province left, but a huge gain for the US. I don't know if that would be enough to put them on. The fact Florida was so weak suggests no. But yeah, that must have pushed them right up in this development standings. Mughals lead, Qing, Ottomans, Russia, Spain. Obviously this doesn't include Spain's colonies, the Great Powers does, just in case anyone's wondering. France, Austria, New Spain then sits just outside the top in 8th place or individually. Revolutionary Scandinavia is above England, so it must be English Louisiana and maybe an institution. But yeah, Revolutionary Scandinavia is probably not far off that list, and depending on the final few years, could sneak on there. Persia's still up there at 593. Brazil, 561. The Netherlands, 504. That's quite surprising. The Commonwealth is up there. So that's part of Russia on the Great Powers list. So Russia could be worse off at some point. The US has already overtaken Japan. Not sure. Yeah, a bit of a rivalry maybe there in the future. Who knows? But the US already up here, just off the front page. They are the next country that may probably. I don't think they'll get any more though. I'm going to be honest. I don't know how they're going to get to Spain again. I mean, or a Spanish colony. Oh, that's why Spain lost some development, because Florida just got crushed. That's what it is. There we go. That problem solved. Japan, 388. New Granada's pretty strong, 385. Bhutan from Indonesia, 355. Portugal then, 344. You've got Prussia, Australia, French Louis. Some name tag just changed down there? No. But yeah, there you go. The US certainly growing along the East Coast. Quite interesting to see. Right, let's see if we got any more wars. As we approach the end of what will be the penultimate episode, there'll be one more, a big one, and it was coming. The Commonwealth and Qing versus Russia, Austria, and Spain. Now, so the Commonwealth's going to get crushed. The problem is, I don't know how much Spain and Austria will defend Russia from Qing. That's the one thing. Like, in an ideal world, Russia will send everything to fight Qing, but that's not going to happen. They're all going to go to the Commonwealth first, at which point Qing will have made some good progress. But yeah, the Commonwealth will probably get fully sieged out here. It's not going to be a good time for them. Let's have a look, as it's probably our final big war. Tag Russia. Oh, I spelt Qing wrong. That's why I missed an N. Right, let's pause the game. I don't want to do anything harmful to Russia or miss anything that I should do. So this team has 341,000 infantry to their 157. They have twice as much cavalry and way more cannons. So they should win. The problem is obviously a lot of that force is from North and South America and Western Europe. Qing is obviously pretty much alone in East Asia. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, that will be something to bear in mind, I guess. As we go into these final few years. See what happens. I'm actually going to do something a bit weird. I'm going to end this episode a few minutes early, just so that the next one is not like stupidly short, but obviously I don't want to go over with this one. So yeah, I'm going to end this one a little bit early, so that the next one's at least a reasonable time. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been quite exciting seeing all the things that's going on. We've had some great scenarios, revolutionary Scandinavia, we've had countries forming, personal union wars, just all kind of crazy things, colonies getting their independence and then destroying other colonies. Yeah, it's been quite fun, so I hope you have enjoyed it. We'll be back with one final episode tomorrow, and then I'll be beginning a new Let's Play. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.